What's up, ladies and gents? This is Casey Kid coming at you with another Destiny video. Today it's Sunday, so we're doing our Q&A session. If you've got a question you'd like to see me potentially answer next week, go ahead and leave it in the comment section below. We're going to show off a little bit of Salvage gameplay. I'm actually working on my Shack's weekly bounties, and I'll tell you exactly why in just a second. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and smack that like button and subscribe to the channel. So why do I want to talk about Lord Shax's weekly bounties? Well, let's go to Mr. Light Out with our first question and our title question. What will you do when the DLC first comes out? So we all know on Tuesday, the April update for Destiny drops, and things are going to change, the light level's going to go up, you're going to get new rewards from all over the place, you're going to be doing the Prison of Elders, all kinds of good things. So what am I doing to prepare for that update? Well, what I'm doing right now is trying to get myself set up so that whenever the April update comes out, and after I come home from work on Tuesday, I download the DLC, the patch, the whatever you want to call it. Whenever I do that, I'm going to be ready to go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn in these weekly bounties that I'm now finishing up, the 5 out of 5 Nightfall tiered Lord Shax's bounties. I'm going to turn those in right away. I'm going to turn those in because I'm going to potentially get gear up to light level 335. I don't anticipate getting any 335 gear from it, but I do anticipate getting something at a higher light level, at least 320 or higher, maybe even up to 330. I don't know just yet. I don't know how dependent it'll be on my actual light level. So what I'm doing right now is I'm running around, I'm making sure that all of my characters are at that 5 out of 5 Nightfall bounty, and I'm not going to turn it in now. I'm not turning it in this week. I'm going to wait until Tuesday. After the patch is downloaded, I'm going to go ahead and then turn it in. Something else that I'm going to do is I have one of my gold packages from the Trials of Osiris. I'm going to turn that in on Tuesday, again, to potentially get gear that is upwards of 335. So I'm going to turn in those things out. So that means I'm going to have 4 pieces of new gear that should potentially be higher light. Then what I'm going to do is put on that gear on one character, and I'm going to go turn in my exotic engrams. Now, I don't know if the exotic engrams that I'm saving are actually going to potentially come at a higher light level. I'm not even 100% sure if they're going to drop the new weapons and new gear that's coming out, but it doesn't hurt to save it. And I'm going to wait until I've got my light level up, and then I'm going to go turn that into the Cryptarch and see if I get anything new and additional. So once I've got all of those things, the next step is kind of three-pronged. I'm either going to jump into the Court of Orcs to look for that 335 artifact, even though I imagine to get the 335 artifact, you're going to have to do your antiquated runes for that. Also, the Nightfall, and also the Prison of Elders, the matchmaking one. So those are pretty much the things that I'm going to be looking to doing within the first day, within the first 2 days. After that, towards the weekend, it's going to be jumping into the raid, maybe jumping into the Trials of Osiris. By that time, I should have myself a nice little light level, at least on one character. And we'll have to wait and see. I am excited though, I definitely did come up with this plan. That's how I do anticipate getting some of my light levels up quickly, because I'm just going to turn in gear that's going to be ready to go as far as light level 335 quality. Probably not going to be 335, but it should be higher than the stuff that I'm wearing right now. Our second question comes from Dylan Porter, and he's piggybacking off of the subject of last week's video, where we asked if Destiny is going to potentially last 10 years. And Dylan's asking me, what will I do if Destiny dies out? So, if Destiny died out tomorrow, I'm going to say that my channel would be in bad shape. It would probably be in some pretty bad shape, because right now we're experiencing some pretty significant growth for a channel my size, and it's all because of what we're doing with Destiny. But whenever I branch out into other games, it's just a little bit less, it's a little bit trickier to get that same type of audience, because most everybody that's come here has come for Destiny. Now, there are some people that we've definitely met and talked to that are starting to just enjoy the channel for what it is. It doesn't mean that I have to do Destiny content. Those people will come here regardless, and that's awesome. And you can really never tie yourself to one game forever, because things are going to change. In the future, something very well might happen to Destiny. You never know. Or simply, there might be something that I don't like about it. There might be something I don't like about Destiny. There might be something where I'm just not having fun with it anymore, and I'll have to move on. And whenever that happens, what I'm hoping to do is just bring people along that enjoy coming to the channel, just to see and know that I'm bringing content every single day, just to try to entertain people. Hopefully those people will come over. Hopefully there would be a new game that I would really enjoy playing, or something new that I would really enjoy doing. I do have some ideas of other things that I want to do on the channel, but right now we're in the middle of this nice April update. There's going to be a lot of content coming out for a little while, and we're going to have a lot of fun doing that. If we happen to get into a lull in the middle of the summertime, we'll probably showcase some different things. For instance, this Q&A session is something that's brand new. We just started it a handful of weeks ago. I guess this is our 11th video doing this. So about 3 months ago, we started doing this just to add this to the channel, add something else to the repertoire, and we're just going to keep going. We're going to keep evolving. So moving on to question number 3, we have Lewis asking, what's better, the Hawkmoon or the Last Word? So interestingly, in year 1, I was really not any good with the Hawkmoon, and I wasn't any good with the Last Word. But in year 2, I got a little bit better with the Last Word, so I'll probably say the Last Word, because it's really nice as a standalone gun, and it's really nice as a complement gun to your special weapons. For me, I just work the Last Word a lot better. For some reason, whenever I shoot the Hawkmoon, I can't get the critical hits that I want to get. I found that I needed to aim lower down towards the chest in order to actually get a headshot. Now that's something that was going on in year 1 for me. I don't know if that's still the case in year 2 because I actually haven't fired off the Hawkmoon in year 2 just yet. But the Hawkmoon is getting a little bit of a range buff, which it definitely needs on Tuesday, so I think the Hawkmoon might be able to be coming back just a little bit. It's such an amazing looking gun. It's really strong, even if it's not as strong as it was in year 1. It's still a really strong hand cannon with all those bonus extra bullets. So we're going to have to wait and see. As far as looks, they're both amazing looking, but for me, overall, I'm going to have to pick the Last Word. So for our next question, we're doubling up with Zachary and Nicholas asking pretty much the same thing about the sterling treasures and microtransactions from Bungie. So if you watched anything as far as my reactions from the Things to Earn video, I am not in favor of selling these sterling treasures. I don't like the idea of Bungie doing this. I don't like it. I think it's a slippery slope. I personally don't believe that anything with light on it can be considered a vanity item. Light is a reflection of your power. If it's got light on it, it can't be a vanity item. That's my opinion. Yes, it's armor. Yes, armor doesn't exactly have the same potential as a weapon. But like Nicholas is saying, what happens if the next step is that Bungie sells something that ends up giving you potentially weapons? I don't like the idea. I don't think that's a good thing for Destiny. Something like that could be the ruination of the game. Now let's not overreact. This is definitely not ruining Destiny right now, not at all, but I just don't like the fact that Bungie would even think about potentially doing something like this. I don't think it's a good idea. I don't think it's the way that Destiny should be doing things going forward, because there's definitely better ways to go about making money. People would have paid for an actual DLC this generation. They would have paid for it in year 2. So if you really need to get money, don't go down the route of selling potential lottery packages that have weapons or gear. Just make another DLC, make something else that people would play for, level packs, whatever it is, but please don't ever do lottery packs for weapons or armor. Finally, Jack's asking if I could wear an exotic in every slot, what would I do? For weapons, I'd wear the Zalo, the Telesto, and the Super Good Advice. That would be so much fun and cover all the elements. As far as gear on my Warlock, I'd put on the Ram, the Claws of Omkar, and the Void Fang vestments. That's a pretty strong setup, definitely. That would be a lot of fun. Yeah, I would definitely enjoy doing that. Also, I know I've had Michael O, and he's been asking the same question the past 2 weeks. It's not that I am afraid of a controversial topic here. I just don't necessarily have an opinion on the Middle East, at least not one that I feel comfortable sharing with anybody. And I wouldn't just go ahead and talk about something that I'm not intimately familiar with. So that's the only reason why I didn't answer that question both times. Anyway, guys and gals, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, smack that like button and subscribe to the channel. Check out these awesome videos. Good luck with your raids, your drops, the Taken King, and I'll see you around in April. April 12th.